What's up, Facey friends? We are finally back with a new video. So welcome to the channel. If you are new, if you have been a subscriber, thank you for being patient, and thank you for coming on back. So we're gonna jump right into this tutorial. It's gonna be a cute Smokey glam, as you can see by the title and the thumbnail, because she is a baddie baby. So what we're gonna do is just fill in her brows. So what you see me doing is outlining her brows, filling in where the hair is a little sparse, so where we need to, and I'm going very light in the front, brushing through those hairs, brushing through the product, and we're going heavier towards the tail, towards the end. And her face was already prepped and moisturized and ready to go, so that's why we just did that off camera, so we can jump straight into the tutorial. It's super quick, super easy. Make sure you get your Stacey Simone brow pencil. It has a spoolie on the end, so you just need that one pencil, and it's your go-to, baby, because it's my go-to on all of my clients. So what I'm doing now is underlining her brow, basically highlighting that brow bone with concealer. I went in with a lighter shade under her brow because I wanted that to be highlighted, and a foundation close to her skin tone in the front of the brow, so that'll be a little bit more camouflaged and not too harsh in the beginning of the brow. And now I'm just going to pat all of that in, make sure we get it good and flat and blend it together so that we can set the base of our eyelids, basically right before we put the eyeshadow base on. And I'm just touching up the brow where I may have messed up. And now we're going to go and use her foundation color, her actual foundation color, and we're gonna overline the top of the brow. And the only reason I did that is because I wanted the brows to stand out. You wouldn't typically do this with a more softer look, but I knew we were going for a glam look, so I wanted that brow to actually stand out and just kind of carve it out really, really good. Your love. It goes on and on. You give me a really good feeling all day long. And here I'm just adding the eyeshadow base. I use the P. Louise Rumor 2 base, and we're just buffing it out really, really good, blending it with the concealer and foundation that we previously applied before applying the shadow. So I went in with the black shadow first. I should have used the black base so that could have been a little darker, but I couldn't find my black base at the time, and I'm still okay with the look. So I just patted the black shadow in, got it really, really thick and vibrant, and we're going in on the edges with a brown shadow to blend those edges out so that it's not super harsh leading up to the brow. And I want to say the palette that I used was the Juvia's Place. So yes, I did use the Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette and the Zulu palette, and I just used those browns to give a softer like look, kind of ombre into the black. I didn't want that black to be too harsh, closer towards her brow. So I'm just switching between those brushes, adding more brown as I need to, adding a little more black as I need to. And yeah, we're just gonna fade that as much as we can. And now we're just adding her foundation. I'm actually adding looks like a lighter foundation first. Sometimes I like to add a lighter foundation towards the inside of the face and a darker around the perimeter. I don't know why the color makes it look so orange on here, but once the color change, once the lighting changes, you'll be able to see. So what I was actually doing was backwards. I actually added the foundation, her color first, and then I added the light one. But once the light shifts, like I said, you'll be able to see the actual color. I don't know why the lighting kind of made it look very, very orange. But in the next clip, once it's blended, like I said, the light will shift and you'll be able to see the true color.
that's how you pronounce those. But yes, I did use the NARS, the Radiant Foundation, and I really love those. So I'm going in under her eye with, I want to say that is the Tarte Shape Tape in Deep. And we're going to add some of the Tan Deep Sand. I'm sorry, y'all. It's been a while since I recorded this video. I'm just finally getting around to editing it. So I apologize that I don't know the exact shade. So I'm going in with my Real Technique setting brush, and we're just blending that concealer in, patting it down really, really good. We're not swiping. It may look like it because it's sped up a little bit, but we're literally just patting that in. And after I let it sit so it can thicken up a little bit, kind of dry down just a little bit and give more coverage. You don't want to, unless you want a thinner coverage, you don't want to go straight in patting it out after you apply it. Let it warm up to the skin, and like I said, kind of dry down just a little bit. So this looks like the Tan Deep Sand that's under her eyes for that brighter highlight, and it may even be tan sand. I apologize again that I don't know the exact shades, but I want, with smoky eyes, I always go for a highlighted under eye because period. Like she said, period. Alright, so now we're just going to set that with our Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, and I'm just patting it in with a Morphe. I want to say that was a highlighting brush. I got it from Ulta, and I just like to pat that in first, get it good and set under the eye, and then I'll go back and add some to slightly bake just a little bit. And we have a little bit of powder on the nose. I kind of like to bake the nose a little bit so that it can kind of stand out once we go in and contour and all of that good jazz. It doesn't really dry out as much as the under eyes to me, so that's why I can kind of bake that little nose area versus like really sitting like baking the under eye, because you don't want it to be extremely dry when the look is over. Here I'm just going in with that brown shade out of the Juvia's Place Zulu palette, and it works really, really good for like a bronzer blush kind of sort of for brown skin. I love it. I just don't go too heavy on my lighter clients, but it works really, really good for brown skin. Now I'm just going in with the LA Girl Super Shock, I think that's the name, black liner, and we're going in with Burnt Pepper blush from MAC and adding her lashes. For her lips, we're using the Mocha lip liner from Stacey Simone Beauty, and we're just overlining just a little. I like to do that so it makes the lips appear to be a little bit more plump and juicy once you go to add the lip gloss, but you'll see at the end.
Then dip me underway. Hold me till I scream for air to breathe, and wash me over until my well runs dry. Send all your sins all over me, baby,
Now that I have her lips lined, we're adding the Caramel Delight lipstick from Stacey Simone Beauty. And once we get done with that, we're gonna add It Girl gloss on top, and the lips will be a lot of lip. I love a good lip. So the last thing we're gonna do is just pop some shimmer in the inner corner. This was just a highlight that I picked up from Walmart a long time ago. I think it's by Maybelline. I do not remember the name because I've had it for so long. It's probably not even on the container anymore. But that just adds the perfect little pop to a smoky eye, and it's just so cute.
Try to step up.